Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. I'm going to call this adventure the Ride of Hope, because normally when my stuff gets put out back here, it kind of loses hope. But in the case of this China ATV, it's going to get dragged around to the garage, and we're going to look into putting a wheelbarrow bed on it. So we're going to stretch it and put a wheelbarrow bed on it. The only thing is it's kind of frozen to the ground right now, so I figured I'd take you out here for the tow, and we get it over to the garage, kind of lay things out and see where we're going from there. So there you are. I think you guys could see. Let's see how much trouble it is to get loose. That was not too bad. It actually moved pretty easy. Now normally what I like to do is rig them up a lot closer. I find by rigging them closer, they do less of the wandering stuff. They stay out of trouble a little more when you're towing them. So, finish dragging it up by the garage. This, of course, is my Ford Trax 300. It's been my workhorse. See that it's always ready to go out and play. It's nice to have a good, solid, reliable quad. Especially when you got a lot of junk to move around like I do. And I think I'm done for now with that. Okay. Got to move things into position a little bit. So if you guys just take a couple of moments of patience, then we'll lay things out. We're going to see what it all looks like, and then we'll move on from there. It's warmed up enough where the ground is getting a little slimy. I want to kind of lay it out so that we can see what we're up to. Okay, now where to put the camera? What do I have? We got a golf cart, but I don't really have anything flat on the golf cart. Maybe this is good enough. Down here. That doesn't look too bad. All right, let's start the layout. So it's a little low. Bear with me, guys. Get this thing all ready to go. Yeah, that's a little better. Also, watch, the box is going to collapse. What I'm trying to do is get a little bit. Seems that when I moved the side screen, this thing likes to zoom in and out a little bit. Okay, what I'm trying to do is get an idea of how far I'm going to have to stretch it. From the wheelbarrow point of view, it was only supported here and here, and there was quite a distance left cantilevered. But part of my problem is I also want to, even if I put a tractor seat on this thing and raise the height a little bit, I want to be able to sit on this and be somewhat comfortable. And you couldn't see that, but as I was trying to lower myself, I was hitting that with my butt. So I'm really going to need like most of it. Now it's kind of hard to picture, but the front of that is going to be lower. I'm going to have to move it back quite a bit. These things here, I don't know, they're approximately 2 foot long. I went up about 25 inches. I went up to see my buddy up at P&T Surplus. This is still his time of the year, so I was kind of, you know, looking for things to buy to kind of help him out a little bit, you know. Doesn't do me much good is if I'm all cheap and do I want these things, do I need these things, and the next time I go up he's closed, right? Perhaps the few bucks I give him helps keep him opened, and once again, then I have these and I don't have to make another trip up there to get them. So I'm trying to figure out, assuming I overlap, yeah, these things look like they're going to be long enough, even if I cut things down, right? Now, just going through some of the comments, some of you folks said, oh, come on, why don't you use a Honda? And quite honestly, I think I'd really rather not cut up a Honda. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think cutting up Hondas is kind of sacrilegious. So I'd rather not do that. That's first of all. That's why I'm not cutting up a Honda. Secondly, I wanted to recycle something that's about worthless. And I'm not slamming on these things, but where I live, even if these things are running nice, they really have virtually no value. I mean, a couple $100, $300. I see people all over the place trying to sell them for $5 and more, but you could buy a Honda for that and not much more. So why would you pay $500 for one of these that somebody already took most of the life out of, right? You're better off looking around until you find yourself a nice Honda to pick up, or a Suzuki or a Kawasaki. You know, there are other brands out there, though. In my opinion, there's Honda. Okay, so as I'm looking at this, what we're going to start out by doing is we're going to cut this off here, right there and there. You guys could see the shock here. I'm not going with rear suspension, and there's a couple of reasons why I'm not going with rear suspension. I have a tendency to overload things, and to have this extended way out and to have a shock on it, it's even though that distance is pretty wide, I just as soon not have it on 3 points, right? As you get way out here, I'd rather not have it on 3 points. I'd rather be able to set it up and brace it so that it's on 4 points in the back. I'm not setting this up to dump, and I deliberately thought about that in my mind. And the reason is I really don't plan on moving dirt in this. Mostly I plan on moving firewood and tools and stuff like that in it. So that's what I want it for. I want to be able to throw tools in the back, chainsaw, whatever else, go somewhere, do what I have to do, throw everything back in, and have it deep enough where stuff doesn't fall out. And also from a weight point of view, I'm loosely watching, well, I'm watching carefully, but I'm loosely following what Puppet Kicker is doing and what Musty One did on his. So I'm kind of loosely following what they're up to. But the purpose for this thing, for me, will be different. In both their cases, they also modified bigger machines. I'm not sure how big Musty One's was. I'm guessing 200 or 250, and I know Puppet Kickers is 250. So some of you have asked about Facebook, and let me just mention here, my problem with Facebook is I'm trying to keep up with the comments on YouTube, and then trying to keep up with the stuff on Facebook, and trying to keep up with the private comments, and trying to keep up with my friends and family and the rest of my life. It's just I can't keep up. I'm going crazy. I really just, I don't know, maybe people are better at this stuff than I am, but I can't keep up with everything. So I decided, and I actually made a decision on this. I did create a Facebook for Harvey Spooner, Hoarding Mayhem, but I really have a choice. I can make videos, or I could spend, half the time making videos and much more time sitting inside answering comments. And given that I really, really enjoy making videos, especially when you get a nice, beautiful day like this, a nice blue sky and all, and I read the comments, I follow the advice on the comments, I answer as many comments as I can, but I kind of want to be outside playing with this stuff. And when I am inside, I kind of want to watch some of the videos. You guys make a lot of cool videos, and I can't answer comments and watch videos at the same time, or at least not in a way such that I'm really paying attention to everything that's going on. So, you know, you only get so much time, and you got to make a decision how to spend it. And not that I owe anyone a justification how I spend my life, but just to let you know. So normally what happens with me is I'll be good about answering comments for like 3, 4, 5 days, maybe even a week. I'll get to the point where I catch them all up. And then I get busy. I, you know, go out to Pennsylvania and see my son, or I, you know, I got a deal cooking that takes a day or so to put together. And then I'm tied up with that. And next thing I come back and I have over 100 comments. And I really want to answer them all, but it's just a matter of, it takes me a while to answer each and every comment. You can tell for hopefully everyone's at least gotten one response back. One could tell I do put some time and effort into them. Anyway, enough talking. Time to start cutting. So I'm going to take the battery out of this, cut this off, spend another few minutes laying it out. Then I got to do the other things, like I got to make sure this thing is still alive. There's no use putting all kinds of time and effort into it if it's moved on, if it's passed on, if it's no longer any good. I did notice suspension front and back does seem to be okay, which is a good thing. I'm not sure those front tires are with us anymore, so I'm gonna have to sniff around a little bit and see if what else I could find. I don't know. Anybody ever see a wire harness like this before? I promised some of you guys that I'm going to spend a few minutes discussing the wiring harness and what to do with it. I'm not sure if this is a 110 or a 125. For some reason I'm thinking 125, but I could be wrong. I also going to see if this thing has reverse. If it does not have reverse, this engine might not be staying on here. I do have another engine out in the driveway there. Let's see if I can't show it to you. I don't know, am I showing it to you? I got a snow blower. I don't know. There it is. Right there. That engine has reverse. So, you don't know, I might be swapping that onto this thing. Alright, hopefully my camera work wasn't too bad. I kind of have the sun behind me and it's on the screen, and I really can't look at the screen all that well. So, okay, enough talking. Time to start cutting. Alright, tubers, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. If you liked this video, please let me know. Please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, please tell me why. Any suggestions? Always, I always take them. I may or may not follow them because I'm trying to do something different or whatever. But I do like the suggestions because that tells me what you guys are thinking. And sometimes your suggestions might not be applicable to, I would do such and such right there, but they might work out somewhere else on the project. So please keep the suggestions coming. Once again, thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. For everyone who subscribed to Hillbilly Homestead, I thank you. But you know what? If we watch each other's videos, we really should be subscribed to them, right? It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to a channel. So, you know, get out there and subscribe and make comments every once in a while. Even, you know, an occasional good job. Not only to me, obviously, I love these comments, but to everybody else out there. If somebody does particularly a good job, or you have a suggestion, go for it. If it's a suggestion, try to keep it positive, even if it's a corrective suggestion, like I couldn't see anything because your camera, you know, the sun was blinding your camera. Even if it's like that, it's easier to say, you know, the sun was in the eye of your camera rather than, you're a blanking fool and learn how to use a camera, eh? So you know, try to keep things positive, but I think we could improve on YouTube and make things great. All right, take care now. Bye.